It just sends me off immediately.
And we are live. We've got
Wait, we're live, so we can start looking over the
yeah,
teams.
yeah. So let's take a look at the teams. We got Taba with the humans, 1740.
Oh, yeah, is
Taba, we
Taba
are
still in
this
the team
time.
with the
I
Super
forgot to
Ogre?
press the button before, but we're live now. Let's see. We got really solid ogre, a great killer
Russell,
blitzer.
are you talking? I can't really seem to hear you right now. I think you muted
I
your.
unmuted myself on OBS and muted myself in Discord. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Now I'm unmuted on both. I'll figure the streaming thing out one day.
Well, it's more like this that makes things more
Uh,
fun, more enjoyable.
well,
So
as I was
this is the
saying, we
team with
have an
the Super
amazing
Ogre.
ogre,
Yeah, yeah.
block pro, and guard firm. That's fantastic. An amazing killer. I love going jugs first. Gives you a lot more options than piling on, I believe. Okay, they're in inducements, so we'll speed through this a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah,
then
Dux is
Taba,
great for
once you're
opening
out of
away.
inducements, you gotta hop out, buddy. And Blodge Blitzer with Blodge Firm.
The
Just
most
really good
unfortunate
blitzers.
The most unfortunate thing for this human team is just that they didn't get to roll any stats, which humans kind of need already at this point in TV.
Yes, stats definitely help, but they do have an ogre, so even if the ogre dies, you never replace it. I don't think at this point, unless like all your blitzers die too. But at this point, this is still a really solid human team, even without stats.
Yep, yep. It has two catchers. So, what's your opinion on how many catchers that human teams have?
Um, I think one is necessary, two is preferred, and you can go the four catcher build. But if you're going four catchers, you don't have an ogre, and you play as like a semi like a wood elf team with starting skills.
Yeah, just a bit more resilient than a regular Wood Elf team. Like maybe like Dark Elves, probably.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. But
That makes sense.
now we'll take a quick peek at the other team, which I know off the top of my head. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm looking at my stream title. Obviously the broken arrows. I knew that.
Uh, I might just hop into actual Blood Bowl after this first phase, just because
It's a little
it's
blurry,
the
probably.
stream. Yeah, the stream is a bit blurry for me, so it's making it hard to see. Oh God, that's a
All
beaten
right.
up team. But the
So,
players that survived, though.
ooh, is that a new chatter? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, just getting into postseason for Rebel. When signups come in, you should definitely sign up. There's rookie league and the main league, but we gotta finish looking at the team so we can actually hop into the cast. This health team is like all loners. I actually don't know who's getting endorsements without doing math, but
Elf team with 70k loners, and this is like four loners. So
yeah,
for
but I'm not doing math at the moment because they're already in endorsements.
uh,
Really good
it,
killer, really good
it's
killer,
still the elves. The elves still get, I think,
probably.
inducements.
It's probably not
Okay.
much though, but we've got an Agi 4 Blitzer killer, which used to be Agi 5, so that's unfortunate. 50k bloat. Then there's a Agi 5 catcher with Leap Rackle, very good. Thrower, very, very good. Um, must have been hard to pick the strength over like strong arm because strong arm health throwers are just fantastic. Like played against Practical Snow, and you just 2+ long bombs are ridiculous. You can never go after the ball.
Yeah, that makes sense, definitely.
But yep, pretty good fan factor and all that. So I'm gonna hop into the game
But
already.
honestly, even for me, just going from a two plus quick pass to a 2+
Oop,
short pass.
going to spoiler screen because I don't know what games are going on at the moment. Don't let me forget to unspoiler that. So, spoiler screen can now go away.
Actually, probably I should stay with you just until we catch up to
Oh,
real
and
time.
Ishova, thank you for
Then
the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, Aldar. Yeah, you can't post links in my chat. Bots ruin thing for everything, for everybody. But it's only a 30-second timeout because it's not meant to actually stop you from chatting. It's just meant to stop you from posting links because bots ruin everything. But I'm assuming you were sending links to the discords. I can grab those real quick.
Okay, so the most important thing to note is that the high elves got the wizard.
But yeah,
So they did
that's
manage
for
to
the
get the
rookie
wizard.
league, and the main league can also be found there. Sorry, what were you saying, Glob?
The high elves got the wizard actually.
Yeah, yeah. Wizards massive. They also won the Fame. I'm gonna watch from the offense point of view at the start of each half, just as a heads up.
Because I know most people like switching.
I,
Oh,
I
that's a
don't
great
like
card.
switching based on possession. I like to do it based on whose offense the half was, myself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Armory just breaking straight off, no mighty blow. Feels rough.
Yeah, it's massive to start with. I do like waiting on the ogre hit.
Yep, yep. Even though like it's not as big of a deal when you have block, but still, it's still better. Like, don't want
Oh,
to
it
136 yourself when you can do better than that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's also nice because it is a 3 die. It is with pro. It's like a 1 in 10 to fail, basically, something like that.
Yep. But block just does so much for big guys. If you can get one doubles on your big guy, it makes it infinitely better. Like it's not even close how much better it is.
Oh yeah, one double on your big guy is like almost mandatory to make them worth the cost. I think
Oh,
because
instant
all
reroll.
normal big guys are usually just sad. Like I think if
Yeah,
your big guy gets 3 skills and they haven't doubled, you don't appa them.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Not
Uh,
that they're bad. Like you get guard, you get stand firm, and then you get something else. And
maybe like
eh,
grab or something. Yeah, if you can. Yeah,
guard stand firm is worth its weight usually though,
yep, yep.
except on a
Uh,
minotaur.
that's why I love the mutation axes big guys because just being able to get like claw and tentacles is so amazing
Oh,
for them.
actually, mutation accents does change that statement. Stand firm, tense, guard. Those are 3 good skills, and then you got room for claw or mighty
Yeah,
blow.
yeah,
So yeah.
definitely. Okay, so Taba just getting the ball really secure here.
I like the tackle on the thrower.
Tackle and throw. Oh yeah, it probably won't do much now in this drive, but when you're defending, you want, especially against a team like this, you want all the tackle you can get.
Uh, Doug, stand firm it weighs a lot on big guys because it gets rid of the value of throwing red dice at big guys without block. Because normally, if you're throwing red dice at big guys, it's a 3+ to be good for you if neither player has block. With stand firm, you get rid of 2 of those results. So it's really not worth throwing red dice at a big guy without block or wrestle. So against good players, it's very worthwhile. Against players that don't know the math, it doesn't dissuade them, and they still get lucky. Sometimes they get the pals or the defender stumbles.
Like hitting a block stand firm guy is awful.
No, even just hitting a big guy with stand firm is awful. You're just better off
Yeah.
dodging away.
Actually, the thing that you said, is why I really like for the second double on the ogre. I'm really partial for the second double being tackle on a lot of big guys, just because even dodging kind of sucks at that point, especially if it's like a Croxigo or something.
We're going in already? We are.
Oh, nice, interesting. But I don't know where the retrieval is right now.
I don't think there is retrieval, unless it's the sidestepper.
Oh, it's interesting just because Taba has a really deep screen between there. Like even if it is agility 5 still.
I wouldn't be surprised if like a foul on this.
This is like prime DP bait. Like I would instantly DP this. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like really early to go for such an aggressive play.
Yeah,
It could
definitely. Like
work out, but there's just no way to pick up the ball if you get it down. So that's the only thing I don't like about it.
I guess the tag Agassiz is just trying to create a lot of chaos, and then somewhere in the middle of that, like 2 or 3 turns down the line, he's just going to try and use the wizard to snap it in half, like to
You
just get away with it.
I think that if this is the play you're going for, you'd be better off having used the wizard on something to make this play happen. Because then you could get both of your blitzers into there somehow with the blitz. Like if you bolted the thrower, I think that's more
Yeah,
likely to do something than this play.
uh,
But it
I
does
can see
force the
that.
humans to do things.
I can say, even though I don't think there's a great wizard on this turn, so that's the only thing.
I agree,
Yeah.
Truk. Risking an overtime game on turn one is not my preferred strategy. And Glava, are you looking at my chat as well, or do you want me to mute when I'm talking to him? What
No, no,
would you
it's
prefer?
okay, it's okay. I just take a quick peek every now and then. That's a
Okay.
lot to basic for elves, yeah. I mean, like, high elves and dark elves can get away with it slightly, but it's still not something you
Um,
want to do
a
in
little
the long
bit.
run.
Like their armor holds a little bit, but it's still super early to be basing with elves,
Yeah, yeah.
especially
Uh,
with no bench and
uh,
already cast a player.
I think, like, Stab is also bringing up his DP, that's nice. We might see some action here, but what I wanted to say is, like, the dark elves and high elves probably want to, like, base a lot on one turn and then snap for the ball on the next turn. Don't just, like, base
Where?
indiscriminately.
Where's the ogre going? Is it
Eh,
going to? I think it's gonna go join like a Vengabuzz or something. Well, murder ball for a few turns.
it's possible. You maybe you need some more people back if you want to like keep the ball safe and stomp this guy. So probably want to pull the ogre back because some of your players are still occupied right now. So this is going to just be 1 in 9, I guess. It's not a great 1 in 9 though because sidestep blodge is eh not the preferred 1 in 9 target. I think.
Yeah, I usually just don't even. I wouldn't even hit it. I don't think. Like I'd dodge off of it. I don't think I'd hit it, just because of the mighty blow.
Yeah.
And the
Um.
blodge step makes it so it's not really gonna benefit you much.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just
So,
dodging off. Where do you want to? Like if the dodge fails, where do you want to put the ball then to be safe?
ooh, yeah, I actually don't know where you're putting the ball at all. Actually, I think you bring the dirty player over to the one away from the line of scrimmage there on the side to defend the ball. But I don't know. This is a rough spot.
No, this is a foul, like certainly. But
Oh
still,
yeah.
like it's scary if some of these stuff fails
Oh
here.
oh, that was a
Okay,
good
nice,
foul.
nice.
6+ dirty player, statistically, the point I like to hit on.
Yep, yep,
A
yep.
stun would have been great there. It's a removal. It's even better.
And I think Naba has secured it for himself. He can take the 1 in 9 now if he wants to, but dodging is also fine, I think.
There is
Just
a
because,
babe.
yep. So it's not going to be one of those famed buy two babes, get everybody cast games that
Right.
everybody loves.
The babes do make a difference, but removing players now is also just good. Humans are able to gain a lot of control with 3 players ahead already.
The
And being
biggest
so many
thing that
players down, the high elves have to be careful with basing and exposing their positionals because there's not much to protect them now.
like when you're so down as elves, like the biggest worry is that the humans can just now stall you out like without any fear. I mean, you're on your offense because most of it is chaos and not casualties. Like you can probably score on them and maybe take it to overtime, but you're not going to go 1 and 1 in this half probably if the casualties keep going on like this and the removals.
You could also lose the ability to one turn
Yeah,
on turn 8.
yeah. Especially because your plus agility catcher just got out of there. Like
E-
you have the sidestep agility blitzer, but still.
mhm. Even more concerning, humans can almost just start hunting the loners, and you're never going to appa those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah.
have no defensive skills. So, Mighty Blow piling on has a large ability to take those hits and get removals. Taba
And
just has to
also,
be careful with positioning against the wizard, and this should be a pretty secure half. But it,
It
it is humans Agi 3 against Agi 4 and a lot of skills. So just take your time. You're not in a rush to make it to the end zone.
Yep.
Be careful
And
about
also
wizard opportunities.
since the elves have so many fewer players, you can just start hunting the catchers because it's hard to protect them and you have like you can protect yourself. And
Yeah,
like
I like
bombing
hitting the
armor
catchers.
7.
I like hitting the loners, and I like hitting the anything with just hit anything with the killer, and it's a good hit.
That's all. That's almost a, yeah.
I wouldn't hit the sidestep with the killer because you can get stuck and hit with mighty blow yourself.
Yep. And Daba actually rerolled a boat down, I think, on like one of the blodgers, like
I think
first
that was a
time.
pro.
Oh, was it a pro? Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Okay. I was actually surprised at that until you pointed out it was a pro.
Yeah,
That makes so much more
it was
sense.
pro. That's why I didn't comment.
Yep. Also, what's your take on like human killers taking pro? I know killers usually like to take like, especially chorfs when they can. But would like guard or stand firm or something be more useful, or do you think it's fine?
Um,
I can get it.
I think that on your killer, there's a few options to go. Killers that start with block are great because they have another skilled choice. I personally almost don't even like the piling on. Like, I think I would prefer some skill that helps do killing but stay maneuverable. So either frenzy or stand firm.
Oh, that makes sense. Just because like humans are a fast team actually, so you want to keep your fastness, speed.
But like, pro is like semi a frenzy that you're not forced to follow up on, but you have the possibility of looking at 4 dice to knock
Oh,
somebody
that
down.
makes sense. And at least for the elves, these are all KOs. And you have to get like 2 rounds of KOs, KO rolls this half. Because if you only get one round of KOs this round, it means something went really well actually.
Yes. I think that if here's the thing, you're always gonna go for the score as the humans. You never bank on the KOs not working. That's a very bad plan. Because if you don't take the score, give 1 round of KOs rather than two, and they all come back anyways, you've given up a touchdown for nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
Doug, I enjoy piling on certain teams, but I don't like it on teams where I feel like their main benefit is the speed. Like, I think Norse do very well with piling on. I think Orcs do well with piling on. Um, I'm morally opposed to piling on Chaos. And Claw Palm
That,
on Underworld is like a necessity more than a
uh,
moral
yeah, but I
problem.
think you're saying about chaos. I think it's just so that you don't get labeled as a violent chaos coach more than because you don't want to claw palm actually.
I mean, one of the teams I did the most violence to was Corny Jim, and he even said like, "Ah, this is much more of a control chaos team. I only have a 3 mighty blow."
That just sounds like what you're saying when you're
Oh,
coping with playing kill team.
oh.
I control their cast box.
Oh. I kind of do a little bit. Ugh. Claims to be control, spends the entire game putting guard into position to foul things.
Yeah, oh, Blood Bowl 3 will be great for that.
Ugh.
So, like, if you're the elves, do you even maybe try to save the wizard for overtime at this point? It's looking that
Unless you
dire
see
right
a
now.
very clear opportunity to get the ball, you just you just don't you don't wizard it. I also think I almost liked the thrower going for a hit on the ball with 2 dice. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, one
Yeah,
GFI, 2 dice.
yeah, I can understand that. Just like again, how do you pick up the ball after that? That seems to always be the problem for the high elves.
I don't think you even have to pick up the ball. You just force the 1 and 9 on the pickup. Because if you can get the ball down multiple times against the humans who don't want to clump up because of the wizard, you can still stop the score. And if they do end up being forced into a cage, you can just throw a fireball, stop the score, or get a turnover score.
But also maybe I suggest scared of the um, suddenly getting Stomp syndrome on another
Yeah,
good position.
because there is still the dirty player, and there is an excessive amount of humans that can give assists for it. Oh yeah, innovation's right. There isn't there is a hit on the sidestepper. No wait.
Uh,
Well, we can hit it with the killer, but it won't be able to. The killer won't be super free from it.
yeah, I think you don't go for that blitz unless you can get tackle in there. So
Yeah,
you
I think
probably
the
want
high
to.
elves should bide their time. I think they should get out of base contact.
Is the blitzer busted or something? Movement, I think.
I don't remember if there was a nickel. Oh, it's a edgy busted. Edgy
No,
bust.
no, no, the killer blitzer from the humans. Oh, he's
Nope,
healthy. Okay.
completely healthy.
Yeah, but oh god, but having an agility busted agility 5 just feels so bad. Like,
Yeah,
if he
50k down
didn't
the
have might,
drain.
if he didn't have mighty blow, he'd just be out of there. I think.
If he wasn't a legend, he'd be out of there. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's got 5 good skills on it, and the stat up is wasted. That's honestly not the end of the world.
I,
Also,
I,
jump up sidestep, amazing skill combination.
yeah.
You have to give it a
For
lot
playing
of threat, even if you knock it down.
just from playing with witches, that sounds really great.
Yeah, I'm not. I know. I've seen Corny Jim has a sidestep blitzer with frenzy, and it does a lot of work because a lot of people just forget about the combination and let it sidestep next to the ball or something like that, or a key position.
Yeah, like I think the worst offenders of that are pro L blitzers. Those guys are just so like at one level they become so obnoxious if they ever get into base contact with your ball. They just make you want to cry. Basic
The,
says that
the,
should have
the
been a
key part
PO.
about pro blitzers is that they are a level 2 blodge step, and that's just feels fantastic.
Disgusting, yeah. They're one of the I think 4 pieces that can get blood step on one level.
Also,
Uh
I learned the other day that the pro elves are crab meme is because they all look like they have their hands in a pincer formation, rather than the fact being that the blitzers have sidestep, so they're always walking sideways.
oh, so that's it. Yeah, I was wondering about that a lot. Let's see what's the injury. Oh, Nigel.
Ooh,
Oh, maybe.
yeah, I don't hate appling that because it is a perm. It comes
Okay, it works.
back, saves the player a little bit.
How much bench do the humans have?
I think they have a bench of one.
So this is just a foul on a stick right now.
Yeah, but appling that does keep a skill advantage, and
Yeah.
it really depends on what happens with the KO rolls for the Helves to see how their next drive or half is gonna go.
Uh, like this is looking like a pretty likely 1-0 half, but I mean the wizard can still do work here.
Serves them right for not piling on. Fair enough, fair enough.
Yep. If you don't want to die, be on the ground.
Now, I'm not super familiar with humans, but I'm wondering how long you like. Do you have to start making space now to break through, or are there so few elves that you kind of already got the space? Like, do you think you can just take another good hit rather than a positional hit?
That's interesting. I'm not sure. Though I think that humans like they're pretty fast, so they don't really need to like they can relatively lately start going up the field. They can
Yeah,
I think
especially with the
for one more
catchers.
turn afford to like just kill people.
I think we're going after the strength form with the killer.
Yep, that makes sense. Unfortunately, your dirty player is stunned. That's the only sad part here. Okay, so you just still need to like position a bit for the wizard. Don't want to forget that part.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna still keep the lineman on the right side. Deep John Galactic to screen off a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. So probably
Wide
want to
cage
take.
with the other catcher as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think you want definitely the blitzer. Blitz here. I don't know if you want to take the 1 in 9 on your alignment first. I don't think you do.
Especially because that's not a 1 in 9. That's
Oh,
a 1
that's
die, because it's strength 4.
yeah, okay, yeah, I
Pro?
forgot. Oh,
Pro fail.
oh,
Now we'll see the
and
hit.
yeah, now you can think about it.
Base
Oh,
uncaged, or, as you could say in the right way, cage unbased.
beautiful. Oh, there's like a 4-man fireball here, but I don't think it gets you much. So
I don't think it's a very good fireball.
yeah, me neither. It would be funny
Because you're
though.
really hoping for one player. You need like 2 or 3 players to go down for that to ever be good. And they have to be the right ones. And also, it would have to get like a removal to go through on the right side towards the center of the LOS there.
Yep. No, it's just like
Yeah, that's a
whenever I
really
see,
bad fireball. It's
whenever
got 4 in it, but it's got so much about it that makes it awful.
whenever I see a 4 more player fireball, my monkey brain just goes.
It
Just
is
do.
funny. Like usually 4-man fireballs are just decent anyways. That is like one of the worst 4-man fireballs I've ever seen. I'm very glad it wasn't taken.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's just going to be the punch with the mighty blow on the catcher, on the guard catcher. Maybe try to thin the humans out a bit,
Yeah, I can see that. I assume
and
Tab was
then
gonna
just
try to break through just a couple squares. You don't need much space. The catchers have to be what? On the 10 tile line?
depends how much you trust GFIs.
Well, yeah, but like 10 tiles on turn 6 is like plenty to guarantee
Oh
a
yeah,
score
on
if you
turn
get rid of
six,
another elf.
it's yeah, on turn 6 it's definitely very doable.
Oh, that's an amazing emote. It's a don't GFI wet floor sign.
Okay, so just takes the this hit instead of the mighty blow one. I think I would have preferred the mighty blow one though, because it also has the tackle. So you're both more likely to cause damage and more likely to actually knock the piece over.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't. I just now see it. Don't GFI. Oh man, GFIs have been making me so sad lately. Like dice rolls have been making me
Mm.
so sad lately. Playing vampires definitely doesn't help that.
Yeah. Especially when any team where you need your rerolls for plays to happen, but also just like to keep the team functioning. A GFI
But
failure just throws a wrench in that.
yeah, like the worst thing is that I don't even fail bloodlust. I just fail
What's your
everything
coming for?
else, like snaking shit and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, the ogre is a very smart boy this game. Love it to see a big guy do his thing. So just setting up the guard here to take some hits. It does leave you a bit based on tackle here, but I'm guessing that's maybe going to be the blitz right now. Yep.
Just going for the regular blodger.
Yep. And I think this is a piling on right now. I think you
Nope,
can afford.
it is not.
Sad, sad.
Something needing the position.
Yeah, that's what the quitter says. Okay. So just running behind the screen, I guess. You can just like send the lino in front of the screen and plug it with another lino, and then just plop it in the back.
It's also usually a lot easier to justify piling on when they have jump up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no doubles for the killer. Though, and
It's
I
a
also
wall,
didn't.
not a screen.
It's a wall, not a screen. Yeah. And I also just noticed the Sacker catcher. Getting Dauntless is just so much fun on pieces like this.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it is, you're usually taking the red die wrestle hit regardless. So having the Dauntless to maybe turn it into a one die or a two die is just fantastic.
No, the only thing I'm not sure is what are the chances like on Dauntless versus Strip Ball just? I'm not sure how it works exactly.
I would have to run the numbers. It really depends on what results are acceptable.
Yeah, yeah. And
Need to get
if
this
they,
Lino up to the front to protect
yep,
the
yep, just
thrower.
blocked off. Yeah, that's definitely turning into a meat wall here. Someone get Phage in here to evaluate the screen. Okay. Oh, this is more
um,
proactive. Oh,
still think
but this
the
is
catcher still has a hit on the ball.
like if you get bolted here and then the liner runs behind you and somebody chucks the ball to him,
Yeah,
um,
I don't think this ball is safe.
this could be bolted, I think.
It,
Or like
I don't
even
even know if it needs to be bolted.
like you can if you just blitz it and get a knockdown and into a scatter, that sounds also really scary, potentially.
Yeah, there is a one die available on the ball right now. It takes a couple dodges though.
Oh yeah, it's a thrower. I really get human positionals mixed up for some reason. I
They're
forgot
all wearing the same outfits. Like, what is this?
I forget that
How
the
does
catcher's a
anybody
straight
watch
one.
sports? Everybody looks the same.
And then you have two red teams playing against each other. And it's even worse, like all the players are the same. I know we had one in mixed, we had one game where like Oxtru was playing the elves versus like I don't know who was it, who was the other. I think it was Surreal, and Oxtru just had like red versus red elves, and it was horrible to cast. Like there were like three casters in the game, and we were just all getting lost constant. No, it was actually versus Taba. It was versus Taba,
Wait,
and we just literally constantly missed plays because we didn't realize which player was on which team. So I don't think Kage
is the
is
string board thrower able to get to the ball? No,
where is the
not anymore.
thrower?
Not with a push. I wouldn't be too surprised with the reroll there actually.
Yeah, I don't think the blitz is
One, two,
happening right
three,
now.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, can't go that way. Can't go down below easily. I
It
think
also
pushing that
requires.
player was wrong. I think you just take the one die on the ball, or you zap the ball and try to pick it up.
Yep, yep. I
If
agree.
you're committed to stopping the score, but you can also hold on to it. Just try to get your KOs back, go for your score, and then play for overtime.
I would just do the cheeky little play of one die, the thrower, try to scatter the ball, and if it lands somewhere good for you, then you're balling. Like it's amazing.
Yeah,
So
I
no
like
need
I
to
like
commit
the one
bigger
die
than
on the
that.
thrower with the reroll for both the dodges and the other part of hitting the ball.
Okay, dodge is used. So do you just like ram it into the killer now or something? Oh, three die. Okay.
Gets it down.
I'm not sure though. How many like mighty blow hits have the elves been getting in even? I
I
don't feel like
think they've
getting
only
too
gotten a
many.
couple. I think they've gotten 3 or 4.
Yep, yep.
It's hard to
And
develop much beyond the blitz, and several of the blitzes weren't used for Mighty Blow.
that's cheeky. Oh,
Yep.
that's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, you always reroll it. You had three turns with 3 rerolls.
Yeah, okay, okay, that makes it.
Yeah.
I very rarely look at the timer, but it definitely makes sense. And it was the last action of the turn, right? I
Yeah.
think it was.
It was. It was
Yeah,
saved till
that,
the very end.
yeah, the
Ground
stun
doesn't have
is
Mighty Blow and that sort of
fortunate
thing.
here. Yeah, yeah. Most grounds don't have mighty blow.
Now, I
So,
would I would definitely be looking for this Mighty Blow hit on something. One of these positionals has to get piled on soon, right?
Like you don't even have to blitz this turn for it. You just hit the guy, and then you
I
probably
think you'd
like
still rather hit the strength rather than. Ooh,
if this was if this was this guy, the guy would be on the floor. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yep, that's true.
So you can't just screen off behind the elf just because the wizard would could do in here. So you need to do something a bit sturdier. I'm interested. So he's just going for the strength 4.
Screening is fine though. Screening is probably more than enough. I wonder if there's gonna be a GFI here.
It it might be yeah,
Pro
just because it's
or
kind of
reroll.
hard.
It's the reroll.
Into the screen.
This
Interesting.
breaks armor. I think is gonna pile on.
Um.
Maybe just a foul.
Okay. Okay. This makes it much harder for the elves. So now they have to go the long way around. Though
Yeah, I
still,
expect the dirty player coming in for the foul. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 GFI for a foul.
there's still some stuff that I think the elves can try to do here. Like it's harder now.
I don't think it's very good. I expect a foul though. No, no, no. Catcher is in scoring position there as well by putting it on the 10. This
Oh
is a
yeah,
stun. Oh,
going for the GFI full run up, more than full run up foul, and it still doesn't work.
even with the other assist, it wouldn't have worked. I think I still liked another assist from the catcher. I
Yeah.
probably like to piling on, but I don't hate just basing the blodge step.
Oh. Okay.
3 plus 2 plus
Uh.
with dodge and a reroll.
Okay.
This is why the foul is
Oh.
going out.
This is really.
And yeah,
Oh, this is
that's
really rough.
smashed. You now have an orc thrower. Ooh.
So you probably just want to get everybody that can near the ball right now. Just dodge like crazy.
Hey, Kindred,
Oh.
the game's been interesting so far. Elves just got a massive removal. And do you think that stops the score? I don't know if that stops the score, but it definitely makes it less likely.
It feels like it could go either way right now. Depends on the dice a lot because it depends on how many players the elves can get out to like be a nuisance in here, and
I
that depends on the dice.
If the tack was free for a hit, it's potentially 4 dice on the ball, but then you still got to pick it up. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a chance for 1 in 9s for sure.
That was a blockless. Yeah, I don't mind the one die. I'm not sure if there were like better things to do first before that, like maybe circle around or something with the blitzer.
The second Kaz after refusing to pile on. It's a sign.
Enough is being pretty clear about what he wants from the game.
So we've now based the catcher as well.
Making the humans roll someone in ice is pretty decent. All
Ooh, yeah,
games have been lots of that.
that's very good.
So now you could go for the like uh for the 2D Dauntless Blitz, hopefully with the other catcher.
Oh, ooh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot. Yeah, that's a good option. The wrestle dauntless hit.
I actually think maybe Agassiz also forgot about it. If I'm being completely honest. So you
I
just
completely forgot about it.
you just punched one of the tackle elf out of the way, and then you just run in there and hope it's like hope you activate the Dauntless on a 3+. No wait, yeah, on a 3+. Yeah, yeah.
Correct. I am not playing. I'm casting.
Oh, Russian cucumber. LH really hit the nail on the head yesterday.
Uh, I mistook you for like a Russian pickle cucumber. It's like, that's good. That's exactly what I was going for.
Uh,
Ugh.
so it doesn't seem like
Ogre
Taba is
hit.
going for
Pro's a
the
good skill.
cool play. Yep. I actually would have really considered for going for the Dauntless Wrestle Kit.
Are
I
we
think you
dodging
want
out
some
with the wrestler?
maybe the killer. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Okay, that also makes sense.
You reroll that.
Yeah, you don't even pro that. You reroll that. Now who can? You not what? Oh, the follow was a bit
You
risky
pile
here.
on so you can't catch it. I like that. Oh, it's also just good.
The elves still have rear apple, right? I mean, I don't think you
They
apple this
do
though.
still have it. I don't hate the power up
Oh,
though.
okay, okay, it works. It was. I don't hate it. I can understand why you do it, but it's really scary. But now you still have to pick on a 3+. I think. I don't
Pressed
think.
pile on once, got rewarded. Press piling on more. Correct. Piling on is a foul in Blood Bowl 2020, not in Blood Bowl 2 or the last rule set.
Yep. It got you. Wait, it's called differently too now, right? I think they renamed
It's
it.
a pile driver. That's what it's
Yep.
changed into.
Oh, and is this like the just put 3 stand firm on the LOS time, or do you think it's too much here?
Um, I don't hate three stand firm on the line. It guarantees they don't score.
Yep, yep. Riot can
Well,
still happen.
unless there's like a riot. But do they
Though,
have? Do you have? I'm assuming they have the amount of players you need for one turn.
I think they do, especially with sidestep.
On the movement 7? No, they only have one. Oh, they
Oh,
have
oh
two
yeah,
catchers
okay,
on the
okay.
bench. Never mind. They have two catchers.
I think you can still do it with
Yeah, I'm
this.
pretty sure you need two pushes, three pushes.
It's
I'm
move
pretty sure
state.
it's doable with this amount of players.
Yeah, yeah. Though I guess Taba is just weighing the risk reward versus having your best players on the LOS versus getting 1 turn.
Yeah,
But then
that is
again,
the risk reward. It really,
uh, then
but three stand firm against zero jugs is more than enough to stop it.
but putting your players like in a line in the back, like you can you can like do, I don't know, can you do much better than that? But leap makes it so much
You
sadder.
can, instead of having them all back, you could send them forward to prevent assist on the lineman or getting better angles on the hits.
Okay, this seems definitely like a 1 turner setup. But no, what I was just trying to say is that the line, the Taba's line, leap makes that line so much sadder than it would usually be. That's what I was kind of getting at,
Yeah, I get you.
and especially since you can just evade the tackle.
But I think there's, it's not a guaranteed one turn, but this should be decent odds. Better than you would want to give up in a playoff game.
So you would put the stand firm
I
on the
would put
LOS.
three stand firm. Yep. In a playoff game.
Uh,
Yep.
yep, yeah. I just wanted to say the thing that this being a playoff game probably makes it something you want to go for. Like if this was a regular season
If
game,
this
I
was
would get.
regular season, I wouldn't take the extra hit with the Yappo gone
But
on
here
the positionals.
you probably just want the dub.
Yep.
And I know Taba is not a pixel hugger, so
Kickoff event really affects us as well. We could see the worst possible event for a one turner. Quick snap
yeah, that
ruins
definitely sounds
more one
awful.
turns than it creates.
I mean, the Riot would ruin the 1 turn here probably too, though. It would just
Uh,
turn it into a 2 turn.
it would turn it into. You're not wrong. Perfect
Oh, that's
defense.
amazing.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, you get stand firm up there and you put them in very hard to hurt positions. Yep, there's the stand firm.
And maybe you can just like put the rest of your team. If you're Stanford, you don't need to
Oh,
like.
saved by the perfect D.
Yeah, and I think you could have also just not put stand firm on the line, but I don't know how
I
it
think you could
exactly
position
works.
in a way that you don't need to put three stand firm on the line. I think
Yeah, yeah,
he
that's
can
what
still do that. I'm not sure.
I wanted to say. That's what I was
Like,
getting at.
you keep the ogre next to the pile of bodies, but then after that you should be able to get this without putting three stand firm on the line now.
Yeah, I think Staba is very, very happy with this, and Agassiz is not very happy with this half. Even though, like, with all being said and done, I think the High Elves are still in a decent position to win this game after all of this. Like,
I
they
think
are going to.
it's really undecided still because it is
Yeah, yeah.
overtime format. That really affects things.
So, Agassiz is just going for damage here, I think.
Yep, and you should. You can't do the one turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, yep.
yeah,
As Coconut said, game's still pretty even. I think they're going to be at the same amount of players. Potentially not anymore. But my
yep.
my same amount of players before KO rolls.
Oh, actually, I think they are probably same now, but it depends on the roles. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the rolls.
Though,
Caster's
the
Curse.
elves got a bit like. I think they're breeding much easier because most of the removals were chaos against them.
Yeah, yeah.
So that feels really good. Like if all of these were casualties, the elves would be in a much worse spot than they are now.
Yeah, and they still have a wizard. Is the important thing.
Uh, I don't know. I don't think people want you to stop jinxing elves into getting hurt. Oh wait, it was humans. Fuck.
You jinx both of them equally. That way, it's not biased.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think this
Gee,
is even players now. 10
who
versus
got,
10.
both got back, both chaos, or yeah, I think this is even now.
3, 6, 7, 10, and yeah, 10v10.
Oh, and both teams being low on players when teams are this fast, like as
I
humans and
think
elves and
low
agile.
player count benefits the elves more than the humans, just because higher
Uh,
agility generally favors
yeah,
lower players versus higher higher
yeah,
bash.
I agree. Even though like, I think the humans are actually have higher movement. That also helps quite
They
a
have
bit.
higher general movement. I think you might be right.
So
Linemen's are
they have like,
equal. Blitzers are 7. Catchers are 8.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess the ogre, but I don't think
What's a
you care about
blitzer
that.
on? Um, it's not too big of a difference, but it can make over the course of a half it can be different. But I'm gonna switch to the high elf point of view now.
Okay, we are in the second half. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, the fame roll might come in somewhere around now.
Yeah, maybe. Like rock can really change things up. Like imagine this ogre goes out with a rock
That sounds a very big
or the
guy.
killer
Yeah.
or a pitch invasion.
Oh, we don't want to jinx this though. Teehee.
Wouldn't want to jinx
Uh
anything unless you bet money on this.
oh. I was actually considering setting up like a fantasy, like a fantasy Blood Bowl thing, uh, for the next season. Like,
Ooh.
but like for maybe our college class that you can only take like players from our from the teams that are owned by our college class.
Yeah.
Something that sounds pretty fun.
Do like do like last season's minor school, or just like pick a couple people and have people pick for which one they think is gonna go furthest
Yeah,
with a couple tiebreakers.
it makes sense. Though I wanted to like the regular fantasy thing where you build your team out of the players on the teams, and then
Oh, I
somebody
get
just
you. I
takes,
get you.
and then somebody just like goes for the level 5 blitzer with like 3 stat ups, and then that guy dies the first game.
Yeah, so like you get points for like knockdowns and removals. Pitch
Oh,
invasion.
fame. Oh,
This is a very tame pitch invasion. But no, like every dub skull player gets is like -3 points or something.
oh, that sounds so great. Yeah, it actually
Mm.
sounds pretty fun, honestly.
I'm sure you could figure out a way to make that pretty enjoyable, or even just like within a division. That could be a fun thing to figure out.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Like Division
Definitely.
Fantasy.
And then you get to like the last game of the season and you sandbag because you want to win the fantasy league because that's where that's where the glory is. And like your first opponent in the fantasy league has one of your players on his team.
It's like oh no, you actually I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. You could do like each like each fantasy Blood Bowl team is like you have like a group of 7, right? Minus 3
Oh,
points right there. But
oh, that was three skulls and a bow down.
you could have like you know how in I'm not sure if you're familiar with fantasy football. They have it where you one of the positions is the entire defense. You could have one of the players be the entire lineman of a certain team.
I am the blitzer now. That would be actually pretty fun. Yeah, uh, this needs to be thought over. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
we'll have to do some thinking on it. You could brainstorm. We could make this a thing. We can do this, Squabba.
that would be pretty cool,
I have
honestly.
enough silly ideas that between silly ideas and somebody actually picking out the good ones, we could get something figured out.
Uh, do you think they also are going for the quick score here?
I'm pretty sure. I think they want to win before overtime.
Yeah, okay, okay, that makes sense. Especially since they saved the wizard, actually.
Yeah. If they didn't have the wizard, I would be still concerned.
Yep.
But
There's
I also wouldn't be surprised if they stall a few turns and then go for the score. Trying to
uh,
score in a few turns and then turn over with it 4 turns left or something.
yep, yep, like do the kind of safeish play where you still score and they probably can score back, but maybe you can steal the ball and score on them, like something like that.
They get to play by ear, pretty much. Um, the the blitzer's still stunned, right? Pitch evasion.
Even though I'm going for the quick score, I usually prefer to get somebody on both sides rather than indexing heavily on one side. It can be a bit easier to cover when everybody's on the same side trying to quick score.
It could just be trying to draw attention to one side and switch to the other with other players.
Yep, yep. Again, depends on how fast Agassiz wants to go. If you're not just going for the immediate quick score, then definitely you could just do a feint.
Innovation, I think I agree. And actually, no, it boneheaded once, but pro worked. It boneheaded once. Get a mighty blow hit on a loner.
Yeah, that was just
I like the
wait,
blitz to
blitz.
reposition as well.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah. So just trying to prevent the quick score, the most like
Oh,
finding
getting
it the
in
most
into
important.
intercept position, trying to cut off the players.
Yeah. The worst thing is that interceptions don't work unless you're like agility 2 or lower. At least from my experience.
Well, a catcher's in the way now as well, so that could be catch interception. That's really decent odds.
I don't know. I mostly just get intercepted by trolls and Bretonian
You
peasants.
ever been
And then
intercepted by a tree?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. Like, it sounds like something stupid that would happen.
Hey, it's just instead following on your phone. I love it.
Just get intercepted by the tree, and then the tree player also can score just because it's a tree, and it takes it like 18 turns to get over over the pitch. Oh, safe throw on the high elf thrower, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about safe throw. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just such a niche skill that uh, that I think people forget about it a lot just because you almost never see it. It's like a sixth skill for ultra developed throwers, but you usually don't rebuy throwers on some teams if they die. So it's really rare to see somebody get there.
And honestly, I think if you're Tabba, you're fine with them scoring early. You just want to make sure that it's a forced score rather than they get to stall as long as they want and then score.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think both sides are fine with a lot of the things that can happen here. It it can really go a lot of ways. Like the wizard throws a spanner in this quite a bit.
Hope to never use the wizard? That's not. I always hope to use the wizard. It opens up so many high pressure plays.
The most important play, the turn 24 spite bolt.
Yeah, yeah. I think the best wizard play I ever made was the overtime fireball on a skink to foul it. To
Oh,
be fair,
that's
it was a natural one turn agility 4 skink, but
okay.
it
Okay,
was
that
the best
sounds.
fireball I ever used.
Wait, but why fireball? Why not?
It was surrounded by strength 5 and strength 6 sources. What do you mean?
Okay, 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 okay.
It was the Charleston Chiefs, and they had at the time a strength 5 source and a strength 6 source, and they were brutal.
I remember. I remember like in this season's. I think it was minor semifinals when
It's a good score.
I don't know. I think Z was playing against some kind of else. Can't remember exactly. And then like it was overtime, and we had like such a fierce discussion in the chat over whether they should uh whether they should surf him, whether they should bolt him, or just regular punch and then foul him. Like that L had so much death in store for him,
Oh, do we
and
want animations on? I can turn animations on real quick.
I really can't remember what they went for there.
Let's get some animations on. I turn animations off for me, but I can turn animations on. Because I'm not sure about anybody else, but when I'm playing, animations interrupt my thought process. Like the armor breaks.
Usually for me, they give me time to like grit my teeth and like be okay. What's this going to be?
I,
And then
they suck me out a little bit as well. I'd rather not see the animations. Just like the zoom in is the part I don't like, because I enjoy the animations they do on the pitch, like with the models. They still do a lot of the animations.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
You
not
you
the fancy zoom in.
you just get that oh god feeling when the animation is playing.
Yeah, I haven't cast games in a while, so I forget to turn them on because I turn them off for Rookie Spotlight. You're not gonna watch the animations of Rookie Spotlight. What do you mean?
This time the elves have to
Um,
actually go a bit harder. Probably they want to score right now.
why is the third loner not on the line? Well,
Third loner?
that's a good question. I don't
That's a
know.
very good.
That looks like a mistake.
Maybe it's just forgotten. And I would have also, huh? It's interesting that it's still okay. Uh, I
Three
thought
die
that
with
the
the ogre.
blush was kind of exposed, but still, no, not.
3 die with the ogre.
Yeah, definitely, you take it all every time. DP is out, right? Yeah, DP is out.
Yeah, yeah. It got sent off on a no break.
And the saddest thing is, I don't think we'll see a pile on this turn either.
I
I
doubt
just
it. What are the
so
player situations looking like? Elves are actually ahead by one player at the moment. They got a.
oh
No, wait. No, that's not true. That's a lie. I lied.
it's
The
even
humans
like
had a spare. That's right.
though still being even on players against elves when it's their defense and they have a wizard is really scary. You
Uh,
usually want to be 3 or 4 up by that point.
no fun this turn. Fast forward to the next turn. oh. Oh.
Yeah, Incesticide, I also really like Tackle. I
I,
really
I
like
really
Tackle on
value
the guy.
Blodge as well. Um, I think Blodge is the main reason I wouldn't take Pro on a big dude. I really value Blodge Firm. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I just like block and tackle because it lets them do more damage. Like it forces more rerolls out of the other guy and stuff like that. and it might just kill somebody when you're not expecting it.
The leap sacker is back. The agility 5. So that is a concern. This is actually going to be a much harder defense with the agi 5.
Or when the elves can just go like fuck it one die whenever
Agi
they
5
want.
and a wizard. Taba doesn't
It,
have to score, just hold on to the ball until
and
overtime.
yeah, and the wizard makes it so you can't even like cross guard cage against this.
Right.
I mean, you don't want to anyways, but it's not even an option. Like, and the Vengabas is also feeling kind of sad with the wizard, but it's a really prickly situation for humans.
You could argue in said that you're going to block with him, and he's also going to get 3 dice. You can look at 6 dice instead of 2.
Yep. I actually think like, I mean, block is obviously the best,
A
but after
blodge
that,
tackle bear? That's ridiculous. That's cheating. A blodge tackle. That's 3 doubles. It's amazing. I want a big dude with general access.
that sounds balanced. Uh, like a black orc, but even bigger.
Tim Guardians, but general access.
Oh God. I mean, I have that one upstairs team that just looks like that, but please delete your Blood Bowl 2 instance. God, yeah, but playing Camry when you just roll doubles on all the two TGs is so much fun. They suddenly look like a great team.
Better odds of double strength with general access? Yes. Because I personally would pass up a strength up for block on any big dude.
Yep, yep,
Um,
definitely.
I know it's like you pass up a really fun option that you won't get to see often, but I much rather would have block than strength 6.
Trees having strength 6 naturally is great, but
Now
it's not better than having block.
you could argue a strength 6 minotaur is technically just a strength 7 minotaur in a trench coat.
Yeah. I guess the only thing like saves the Yeti and the Minotaur is that maybe we'll just take like jugs anyways,
I
and then
think
you don't.
frenzy is I think you take jugs if you don't get the block in a couple levels. But I also think that frenzy is just really strong.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. If you can leverage frenzy, it's amazing.
Strength 7 beast of Miracle. What is this? Just like confession? Are we talking about all of our sins?
Oh yeah, but also strength up. Maybe like if you have a mutation access, big guy, so you can just get gigatons. But even then, I don't think it's worth it still.
If
Mm,
you already
mm,
have
I,
block, you take the strength up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
then it's not even like in the conversation. Then it's just easy strength 6 every day.
If it's the first level, you maybe also take strength up, just because like what's the worst that happens? It dies. It depends on the longevity of the team.
But and then also you just have like a strength 4 piece that throws a strength up and like this is the best big guy I ever had. Like a Chaos Warrior or something.
Mr. Mojor coming in with the div support. I love it.
Oh, nice. Nice to see.
I know I always cheer on my div mates as well, even though like we try to murder each other at one point.
Nobody has made me as miserable as you have. But go, good luck. Go win now.
Oh. I'm not sure they feel the same. I play chaos.
Well,
Oh.
at least you like help them get to Div 5 faster again. I guess that's like community work.
Oh. Play's gonna slow down a little bit as there's a lot of decisions to be made in this half. So many decisions.
The elves
Bro?
just pose. Yep, probably. The elves just pose a threat on so many different levels, like in this drive. So you really need to be safe. And I don't think you can even be completely safe at any of these turns, honestly. The elves can just YOLO it a lot of the time. Just run it if you're not like in your own end zone.
Yeah,
If that
when in doubt, you score here. Because being up 2-1 is always better than potentially losing the ball.
uh, you manage to bait out the wizard somehow and not like immediately lose the game after that, then it gets much easier to breed. But that's a very big if.
A little
I would just
popsicle. Can't wait till our game tomorrow. Depending on the part of the world you're in, it might be in 2 days. Technically, most technically.
wizard here if high elves. Oh, that makes sense. I think there's a lot of ways the bolt can go right,
We've
especially with the
confirmed
leap.
animations are working.
Uh,
Um,
is it
where's the
is
ogre
it
go?
just? I think it goes on the two linemen just below him. I usually like to
You could
my big
also,
guys.
you get a 1 die on the catcher. It's probably not worth it. It
Uh,
goes somewhere.
I I tend to like my big guys to base two alignments without skill because it makes the turnover much likelier than if they had dodge. Or any like if you can get it to base like position that still doesn't have dodge, it's also amazing. Okay, just dodging out to get
Yeah,
this
I always look
position.
at basing elves like you're kind of hedging your bets that something's gonna fail before they get all their players off of you.
Yeah. That's and that's why you want to use it against like players that don't have dodge, because
I
like
would not be surprised about a lightning bolt at the start of the next turn.
yeah, the leap can get there pretty easily.
Yeah, because we
And
got
bro, you can probably punch some other things open if you wanted to.
we got a 1 die right now.
Oh wait, we're saying the wizard, or I didn't sorry, I didn't catch it.
There's a 1 die with the leaper right now. But the wizard, like I was thinking, you could just bolt the ball carrier and pick up the ball.
You have a 2 die on the killer, and then another 2 die. And then maybe with the blitz you can open stuff up. There's a lot of hits you can take here. Like a wizard wouldn't be horrible
Is
here.
there a 2 die on the killer at the moment? I see a 1 die.
Oh, it's a guard.
Yeah, yeah.
You can make it a 2 die.
You
Relative. Like
can. I'm not sure how worth it is though to make it a 2 die yet, but you can.
I mostly meant if you like want to bolt the ball and then steal it with somebody else and then just take the hits here to make it complicated for the human team.
Yeah, I agree with the Tomex. You mark the scoring threat now. That's not even a scoring threat. I can't score. Just gotta
Nope. One more. It needs
one
one
more
more.
tile. Save for one more turn. I don't hate using the wizard or saving it. It just depends on using it well. Tablet's also got 4 rerolls. So the half elves, not the half elves, the high elves don't want this to go to overtime as it currently stands. We do see the wizard.
Okay, interesting. Um, oh god, I always go for like these kinds of plays, but you could also
Two
try to
die, two
just
die opened up, and the Agi5 should be able to get there and punt it.
yeah, that's what I
Ooh.
wanted to say. Yeah, just yeet.
Yep, still two die, still two a die. The armor break is huge, can probably force the score if the high elves are not careful. But if the high elves are able to stall, this game is decided.
Yeah, and even yeah, they need a quick score here.
Yeah, humans would be forced to score in 2 or 3 turns. Like if they get 3 turns to score, I think they usually do it. Now that the wizard's gone.
And
If the
now
humans
you
can
are,
recover the ball, they might be fine.
and the two players as elves that you kind of want to get out of the picture right now are the wrestle catcher and the tackle blitzer. Just
One,
anything that
two,
can
three,
make it more likely that
6, 7,
your
8.
blodger is going to get knocked over. Oh no, that's Raj. Okay, so then tackle is more important to get rid of.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, yeah. Just because anything can take, anybody can take the like 2D bow down if they want to. Though I guess
And
still you want to
you're
take the
forced into a
opposing
GFI
pretzel.
really, with the pickup because it's on the sideline.
Yep,
You should go
yep, yep.
1, 2, 3 with a leap. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And you probably want to get away from the other
Probably force
blitzer,
a GFI.
or do you just throw it to the blitzer right now?
That's tempting for sure. I don't know.
Uh, if you can make it a short pass, I think it's worth it.
Oh, we're picking up with the strength 4. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Because we're
It's on
no
tackle.
wait.
It's two tackle dodges. That's a bit scary.
Yeah, what are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure I like this. 2 tackle dodges.
Okay. I think you pass it now. Like make the
Yeah,
screen.
you kind of have to pass it.
Okay. Pass accurate. Okay, it works. But this is still not a complete screen. This
I
is
think I think I preferred hitting the blitzer, getting it down.
yeah. Like the blitzer can just do one dodge out now, and uh, you can just yeah, you can just
Yeah,
dodge
because
out now.
we get an assist with the ogre up here, and we can free up the blitzer. And one die is available. One die is available and makeable.
And it's a one die with tackle. Like the worst one die you could be taking.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure I
I
was a
think
fan of that.
yeah, I think there are better ways to go around. Like I like the general idea of the play. I just think some finer points of it could have been executed a bit better.
I think I almost prefer to punt over this because I think this is gonna force the score. Whereas if the blitzer was on the ground, it wouldn't really be able to reach wherever the ball went.
So, question here: do you try to go for like what combination of dodging with the actual dodge blitzer versus dodging with the other blitzer, and how many assists do you want to go to one die versus two dice?
Um, I think you can pretty much always. You can always get the one die. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. Yep, this is what I expected here. You use
Yeah, that's definitely
the dodge blitzer. You just need a push. Gets the
okay.
push.
So just going for the 1D, I think here.
Going for at least a 1D here.
I think it's going to be a 1D and then dodge
Oh, we
to
also
pick
have the
up.
sacker. We also have the sacker. So, oh, wait. We could get a sacker 2 die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double GFI. Or a strong. Or a dodge.
No, I think it's better off as an assist, just
Ooh.
because
Okay. Taking the
uh
1 and 9. Yeah.
like if you have a wrestle and a tackle like and you need a dauntless for the wrestle to work.
Oh, I think you are supposed to just reroll that rather than pro it.
It was a bit greedy, but I don't totally disagree with this. Okay, picks the
I'm
ball up.
not sure
Oh,
about piling on this time.
ooh. I think if you manage to pick up the ball here instead of piling on, that might have been a bit better for you. So now you probably
We
need
need to
another
defend this ball,
dodge.
that's for sure.
You need at least one more dodge, or like some GFIs for the Lino also. Can the Lino get there? Two, three, four, five, six. I
Lino
think
can
the Lino.
screen. Yeah. I really disagreed with that piling on.
Uh, we can't tell our chat that we disagreed with the piling on. I
Uh,
think we're not legally allowed to. Yeah, Mojo Rising knows what's up.
Yeah, especially with the ball so close to the end zone, piling on the armor break was a mistake. Maybe piling on if it wasn't an break wasn't a mistake, but I think with the armor break, uh, not a fan, not a
Yeah, yeah.
fan. Are we going to dodge
Uh,
off the blitzer to go pick it up? I
because
think you gotta
actually,
re-roll now.
was that a failed GFI? No, I heard wrong. Okay. And also if you magnet handed it there with an armor break, that makes your life much easier.
Yeah, but also
And
just
well,
I think you were still able to GFI to try to pick it up.
can they also try to stall again here?
I think it would be hard, but I think they might be able to get a turn.
I think I think they probably should go for it. I would really like to see a stall for one more
They've
turn
got a
here.
lot of players.
Okay, well, let's see. Not a ball, unfortunately. Oh, tackle actually.
Yep,
So
and
wrong.
KO might have decided the game right there.
Yeah, I think the Hives have this right now. I think you can I
Humans
think you
need
can
to force a
go for the
score,
stall.
and they've got
And
4 players on the other side of the pitch for
and
where the
I
ball is
don't
going to
think the
be.
score is I don't think the score is forced currently. I think the elves can greed for one more turn here.
They can greed for at least one more turn here, so
Unless you
they
like
can go all the way into the corner
it,
and
it
not
also
be
depends how
touchable.
it also depends how some of these reroll-less dodges work out too. Oh, okay, and maybe now they can still go for it probably. Just go to the left.
Hey, I don't think you GFI now.
Yep, yep, just stand here. And probably try to get one more guy in front of the Lino, if you can.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably. You dodge off your catcher, go stand in front,
yeah. Or even
and then
yeah, yeah,
what do
okay.
you do as the humans? You blitz with your blitzer, so it's standing and forcing a score most likely. You also need a little pressure on the right side, so they don't just go to the other side.
Okay, okay, now the humans can actually force the score, like, by just shoving the guy in. I think it's in range.
Yes, it is. It's a 3+2+1 die. I'm
I,
not
I think it
sure
was,
that's the way to do it. Okay, let me ban that. But
if worst comes to worst, you can just try to do that. Like, you can try to just hard force the score this turn. Or you can just do it from, like, a bit from the side, and then you see if the ball is on the ground or not. I mean, definitely the Lino is the blitz here. I don't think there's anything else the human should be like doing like before that.
ooh,
Okay.
go for the dodge.
Oh wait, yeah, he
You
was
pro
also in range.
this or
Pro.
you? No, no, you just push it out. You just push it out. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Humans got 3 turns to score,
That was
and
one of the plays like when I was a rookie, and like people told me they did that. Like that sounds so dumb, but now it makes perfect sense, honestly.
it makes perfect sense. But you never get to put it in practice because you don't look at the turn timer. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Actually, in my last game of G-Man, I almost did that, but then all of my hypno gazes failed, and then I cried and lost the game, and was really really sad.
So this is how hypnogaze would be though.
Yeah. So the humans need a 3 turnaround. That's very doable for the humans.
It is doable, but they still have to contend with the agility 5.
It is a bit easier now that they don't have to contend with the wizard at least, so they can just cross cage. It does take up some players, but it's an option to make it much harder.
Coconut, I normally only change at the each half because I like to know who was on
I think we could
offense
be
that
seeing
half.
overtime here, and the elves are on one reroll currently, while the humans still have 3. So wait, humans didn't reroll a single thing
They
this half.
re-rolled one thing. They had four at the start of the half,
Oh, okay. So oh yeah, they got
or
one
at the
thing.
start of the last drive, or something like that. Yeah, this is a very hard score, but it's much easier than the last attempt because there's no more wizard.
Yeah. I think the humans can go a bit more ham than they could before. I would like the perspective of the ref. Yeah, I mean, I'm always rooting for the overtime, so I'm a bit biased here. Uh, do the humans even take all of their LOS hits here, or do they just go for position?
That's a hard one. That's a hard question. I think if you get a break, it's easier to break through. Um, but at the same time, you want to claim that position now while they don't have these sidelines covered completely.
Yeah, I can understand both positions here. Oh, this is actually such a tense game. It started out looking so rough for the Elves, but they bounced back very well. And also, like some things went in their favor, like the chaos and stuff like that. And it was, I think, a very it was very interesting how I felt very different at different points of the game. Because at the beginning of the first half, I think I thought this is looking pretty good for the humans, but then at one point it started looking really good for the elves.
Yep,
And
yep.
now it's probably looking slightly good for the elves still.
Uh oh.
What happened? I didn't
Snake,
catch.
double skull.
Oh, okay, okay. I just realized that I'm a moron and have been watching it in Twitch instead of in real time. The last few minutes.
Oh.
And I don't think we're going to be seeing any more piling on this turn. This half, which is pretty sad.
I highly doubt it.
We will see a lot of Mighty Blow though, I'm guessing. Taba just taking the left side very strongly. And they also started this decently centralized.
We've got several scoring threats already, I believe. Yeah, we got two
Yeah,
scoring
I think
threats, one almost scoring threat. No reroll to pick up the ball, and if you don't pick up the ball this turn, it can be really awkward. I think I like the ogre hit best here because it's got pro.
that's interesting. Wait. Oh yeah, the reroll was already wasted.
Yep.
So, in a weird turn of events, the ogre is your most reliable hitter.
It's a big KO. Helps a lot. One less player in the way. So it's now 10 versus 9.
Okay, got the ball down. Armor
Stun
break
is
is
great.
still good.
Stun is great.
Yep. You always want to see a dead elf, but you're taking the stun here. Oh,
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
it's unfortunate, but I
It's
still
not
think
bad,
like
though. It's not like no one's able to come in and interfere with that yet. But
you
next
can
turn
try
can
to
be
defend.
really spicy.
Um, yeah, the elves. I wanted to ask whether they want to get between the ball and the player, but this might just be a bit safer to just screen it off.
I think I would prefer to go harass the ball. At
You
least with a
think
couple
so?
players.
Oh, yeah,
Because if
that
you can get between the humans and the ball carrier, it gets really awkward for them.
that sounds like the scary option, but I don't think it's a bad option. I could see somebody going for it definitely, but I think the Tagasis maybe just wants like the option that feels
Is the right
safer.
play ever to surf the blitzer on the sideline?
I mean, surfing is always the right play. You can't really go wrong with surfing. That's why we play Norse around here.
Mighty Blow comes in.
Uh, the bow downs here is a bit annoying because it adds some dodges, but I don't think it's horrible.
Ooh, that's actually really annoying. Getting that catcher based with Blood Step.
So at this point, you're probably trying to get it to the guard catchers somehow. Is that like, can the blitzer just run up there?
Can get in safe in quick pass range, but I don't think you want to give the ball up this turn. You need to focus on getting your scoring threats. Need to focus on keeping the ball safe. This is a really hard turn 15 for Taba coming up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to do a lot of things with not a
High
lot of
elves have
resources.
put a really good amount of pressure.
They didn't go super deep on the ball, but the rest is quite secured.
Turn ordering matters. Pretty sure the ogre stays pretty central, where it comes and acts as a assist on the legend blitzer.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought the stream just died for a second, but it's fine. Oh yeah, I think Taba is going to take probably the first full minute just to think about what the fuck am I doing here.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is a game deciding turn.
I'm rooting for Taba, not just because like I know Taba quite well from like
You just like
general Blood
overtimes.
Bowl. I just like overtimes too, and I have been fighting the urge to drop some awful ogre pun constantly while talking about this, but it's going to be I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be the bigger man.
A
Oh, interesting.
little bit of basage.
I thought that the humans actually wanted their players freer.
Needs to make a hole first. Like, you need to figure out. You really want to get some scoring threats around the board.
So is Taba just giving up on like his left, the elves right?
Ooh, that's really bad. Do you reroll? I don't know if you can reroll that.
I don't think you can. If you don't pick up here, it's looking really bad. But also, it's also
I think I
just
prefer
straight up.
the jugs hit over on the side somewhere.
Okay, that makes sense.
One scoring
Actually, the
threat,
Jackson.
two scoring threats, three scoring threats at the moment. Ooh,
Ooh,
I don't like the GFI.
that's very rough.
I
Like
think there's
even if
too
you
much to
make
go
this,
on in your turn to take that GFI. I think
I
picking
I
up the
think
ball is so important because if you don't pick up the ball, it's very hard for you to score on the next turn.
you probably need some insane pass next turn with this.
Handoff
Like
pass, maybe.
if you fail, yeah, if you fail to pick up here, oof. And because I also don't think, yeah, you will need to pass, yeah, you will need to pass first, then handoff, and a lot of the stuff you're passing to will probably be based.
Yeah, yeah. At the start of the turn, at least.
Okay,
Pickup
okay,
is
the pick.
successful. You need to be careful of getting into the blitzer's range. But I think it's got to come forward just a little bit.
The ogre can try to block off one of, well, like the blitzer a bit
Yeah, yeah,
probably. What's
probably.
what's the range of the plus strength guy? Can
Double of the plus strength guy? Oh, he's much slower.
Oh yeah, he can't even get in basing range. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, definitely didn't need the GFI.
Uh, oh, and both that's really rough actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, was that a lineman or a catcher? I didn't
That was a
catch that.
lineman. But
Okay, that's less rough, but still you can get surfed here.
both the scoring threats can be dealt with this turn. I don't think basing the blitzer was the right play
Oh, yeah.
because now
Oh,
the blitzer can be surfed even, or just
I don't
pushed
think you go.
out of
I don't
out
think
of
you go
scoring
for his nerf.
range.
You just need to knock him down, and you probably then after that want to tackle the catcher with a blitz. I think blitzing the catcher is
Yeah,
more
this could
important
be
than
both
nerfing.
scoring. All hope is can be gone right here. Was not a fan of basing the blitzer.
Yeah, and I think like you punch the blitzer first, hope it's a knockdown, and then if it is a knockdown, you just reroll. Like you reroll whatever like block fails here.
Yep. Hey Danny, long time no see.
Okay, and now just take this one block and you won the game.
Yeah. A push is almost enough. A knockdown is always enough.
And if you get,
I wouldn't hate a reroll. Reroll
I
guarantees
would
the game
actually
if it's
consider,
knockdown.
and I think you only get screwed by the upskulls here. Is that a block, Lino?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Like I almost would recommend have gone like make it a 3 die, get some rerolls.
I said that once. Like, I was playing against Yudlagar's clan goblins, and then I said like, I'm going to like not take the knockdown on some hit. It can't get that bad because I wanted to frenzy out of like a big guy's range or something. And I did. I got like a push and a pow, and I took the push because I just wanted more space. And then I quad scald on the next hit, and I felt
Oh,
so depressed.
that that's rough, but that could have still been the right decision regardless of the result.
It was just a miserable game. Like I had snake eyes into quad skull into 1 in 9.
Game is not dead. There is a chance on a double GFI with the blitzer. So game is
Yeah, you
not
brought
dead,
so you
but
get
it's
as many tackle zones as you can into there right now. Just all the tackle zones.
yeah, we could do a handoff or a pass. So the game is still on, but it's not looking very good.
As many of your players that you can get near this sideline, you probably should get them. And also interfering with the handoff slash pass here is great. Though I would probably take the. Was this a dodge?
Yeah, that was a dodge with the loner.
I would probably take stuff that isn't a loner dodge first.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's stuff you could have done first. Like, you could base the blitzer with the sidestep blitzer. Base the
I would
scoring
actually
threat.
just. I would actually even want to put that blitzer, one below the 7 and one to the left, just to the bottom right of the catcher.
So it's some combination of passing and hitting and that sort of thing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a rough spot.
Now the humans need a bit of a miracle. Like it's going
A
to
little
involve
bit
some dodge.
needs a good hit. You can't even blitz it yet. Oof. It's almost you take the dauntless hit on the sidestep blitzer, hope for a wrestle or a pow, and
And
then you use the ogre for the blitz so that the catch is a 3+ rather than a 4. You
I,
hope
I
it's a
really
knockdown.
I really like the positioning of this high health catcher because it makes pushing the blitzer away in such a way that you can just run it down impossible. It is a great position for this catcher to be the rookie catcher.
Yeah, yeah.
Like any combinations of like you need a knockdown here because this still makes you sad. Like even getting
Ooh,
a push
block
here
the
on
ogre blitz with the catcher. Yeah, that's also an option.
sidestep
It's gotta
ruins
base
the
the ogre. Gotta base the ogre.
the ogre doesn't have grab catch. He doesn't.
Actually, blitzing with the catcher was probably actually more right because wrestle is a good skill.
Yeah, I think anything that gets this guy on the ground is good. Like
And now
bolt
I
down
think
really
I
effective.
think you're forced to rip it now.
Yeah. This is look. Is there any interception? Nobody
Yes,
with
there
catch
there
is
will
in
be
there.
an interception.
No, I meant there's nobody with catch in range to make the interception.
No, no catch range. This does free up a blitzer, so that's good.
The blitz was still not used, right?
Wait, wait. Can we...
Handoff into quick pass, you mean?
Blitz isn't used yet. Still no blitz.
Okay. So this is going to be a handoff into a quick pass, I think. Or a short pass, possibly.
Oh, I think what's going to happen is this is a blitz from Joe into the pass.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense too.
Yeah, I like this. I like this. Still, you need a knockdown. Wait. There's a catcher. The catcher's still in range. How did I miss that?
Wait, the catcher can get there. Wasn't the
The
catcher not?
catcher is
What?
in the catcher's in the end zone. I
Oh
just
no,
thought it
I
was out of
didn't.
range.
Yeah, me too. How did we both miss this? Is
Oh
this?
no!
Oh,
Gotta
GFI
reroll it.
reroll. Okay.
No! That was a good
Fumble.
play. It was a good play.
Oh, that's rough.
Well,
That really hurt.
the a GFI is always better with a reroll to make it a easier pass. A one GFI to make a pass easier is always statistically more likely. Oh, that was
This
a
was such
really,
a
really good
heartbreaker.
attempt to go into overtime too. That was a really good play.
Yeah,
I do think that a little differences could make it so you didn't need to take that play, but that was a really good play. That was a better line than anything we were looking at with the blitzer.
I just really wanted to see uh overtime. I really wanted to see the overtime here.
Yeah, if the GFI didn't fail, the reroll on the pass it makes it very likely 1 into 9, 1 into 9. That was a very good game though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And
Almost
some of
got
the
another legend on the team for the high elves as well.
that's 168. Do I see
Yeah,
that correctly? Oh,
yeah. Just get 3 touchdowns in tabletop, not tabletop. Playoffs. I know words.
sounds easy. Yeah, should be
Oh yeah,
plenty though.
yep. Commiserations, Taba. That was a very good first half, and you almost pulled it back to go into overtime there at the end.
Oh, I jinxed. Yeah, I jinxed it. Yep.
But yeah, I just completely missed that the catcher was in range with the double GFI. I just thought it was. No, you know what? That is why Taba took the GFI that we were confused about. That makes sense. So that if it was knocked down and not armor broken, it was still double GFI range.
Oh yeah, actually that makes sense. Yeah,
Oh, it's like
that makes
actually that was a big brain GFI. We just didn't see why. Okay, that makes way more sense.
definitely. Yeah, that's why I'm not in playoffs. I don't see stuff like that.
I usually don't have the luxury of doing that. I know if I'm ever need that turn 16 score, I've already used like most of my rerolls. But again, very good game. Good luck to the Broken Arrows in the next round. Oh. Feller, this shouldn't surprise you by now. Casters miss a lot.
I mean, you know both of us
Wait,
well. You know how this goes.
Mojor, which GFI are you confused about? Are you talking about the turn 15 GFI that we both just completely didn't realize?
I won't have to kill family if I somewhat. Huh?
Oh. Do you have much more to say about this one, Glover? You think we covered it?
Yeah, it was a really fun one. It was
Yeah,
a
I
really
really
fun one.
enjoyed it. Is there another game going on at the moment that we can send people to?
Sure. What's the? I don't think there is, but maybe. Yeah, I think all
Not
this is
seeing
the
one.
last game of the day. I think.
There's
Jeez.
another one. There's more games starting in about 20 minutes. So we just beat the buzzer.
Oh, great. Okay, so we will probably meet each other in the chat room of that. I'm guessing.
I actually you won't see me there because I'm going to be driving. But let's
Oh,
find somebody
wait.
to raid.
Wait. Tala is playing in 20.
Oh,
Oh,
Tala
that's
is
so
playing in
crazy.
20? Ah, nice.
I know he usually casts himself, so I think that's covered actually, but still.
Well, yeah, it's still nice to get the neutral cast. Let's see who we
Maybe
can
I'll just
raid
throw it
in
up.
the
Maybe I'll
meantime.
just throw it up then in those 20 minutes actually. I'm just going to see quickly if it's covered or not, so. Okay. Oh, he's doing Challengers Cup, right, feller? Okay,
Uh,
okay.
Something like that.
Maybe
But
we
we're
can,
gonna
maybe we
raid
can.
Misspelled Tree in the meantime. And then a couple more games will be going on in 20 minutes for the playoffs or Challengers Cup. But thanks everybody for coming, watching, cheering on the Challenger Cups contestants. Glava, thanks for reaching out and co-casting with me. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun, yeah.
All right, gonna sign off now. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.